What's going on, guys? Welcome to Bowl Week number 1. We've got Daytona State and Marshall, and then in the next game we've got Fort Lauderdale versus Kansas State. So we've got Beef O'Brady's Bowl, we've got New Orleans Bowl. It's going to be a pretty solid video, to say the least. And then again on Saturday we've got 2 more bowl games to go, and then we're just going to keep doing 2 after 2 after 2 until the bowl season is over, and then we'll head into the off season. So I'll just kind of give you guys a little rundown on how that's going to work out. So we have a rematch here. Marshall played Daytona State early on in the season, and Marshall kind of took it to Daytona State. A lot of hurry-up offense. SMU had hurry-up offense. USF had hurry-up offense. So Daytona State had some pretty tough out-of-conference opponents here early on in the season. So got this rematch here with Chase Litton at quarterback for Marshall and Hylick Foster at running back for them. So they've got a pretty solid offense. Now, Daytona State's defense kind of found their way later on in the season despite the Georgia A&M blowout, really. But they're coming together. They're coming together. A 7-5 type of team. We see a fumble here on Vernon Callahan. Ew. Claiborne picks that thing up. But overall, Daytona State has the weapons to hang with a Marshall squad that didn't have too bad of a season themselves. 22-yard catch there by Ben Nichols to lead off Daytona State here in this important bowl game for both squads. Another little play action here. Ty Morrow dropping back. He's facing some pressure. He's going to go deep, and it's... Oh! He thought he had Ben Nichols there, but Devon Durant comes in with the deflection to bat that football away. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 now. We got Worthington in a slot position there. Only going to get 3 yards on that reception. So Daytona State's going to have to give the football to Chase Litton and the offense of the Thundering Herd. But look at this here. Chase Litton sacked for 6-yard loss as Chaz Nelson gets in for the sack to start off the game for Daytona State's defense. So very, very solid play there for them. But look at Hylick Foster. 16-yard run there. It's going to make it 3rd and 1 now. So 1 rush already for 16 yards. So that's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. You guys can probably tell that my brother is not here to do any of this highlight reel discussion. So hopefully he will return for Saturday's bowl games. Because I like doing it with him. And I know that you guys really enjoy him having him do it as well. But Bird with a reception down the sideline for a big gain, and then we've got, looks like Hylick Foster here again. That's Keon Davis, 10-yard rush. It's going to make it 2nd and inches, so 1 rush for 10 yards. It seems like every time for these running backs here, they get 1 attempt, and they always get the 10 yards. So Daytona State not looking too good here on defense to early start on this game. 2nd and inches, and then Chase Litton's going to run this thing in there for a 10-yard touchdown. They take the early 7-0 lead on our Golden Jackals. So what will Ty Morrow and the offense try to accomplish here? Well, we got to score. We got to score big time. We got to start utilizing Antoine Claiborne. That is his first reception on the game, and it's going to go for 11 yards. 1st and 10, looking deep. He's got Mike Picoletti on a 20-yard catch. 1st and 10, play action here to Worthington, and then we're going deep to Claiborne, and we got him, but the momentum pushes him back a couple yards. Good for 36. Had the physics engine been a little bit smarter in this game here, I really think that the momentum was carrying him that way. He probably would have been in for a touchdown. But nonetheless, it is 2nd and goal, and now Claiborne is trying. He was open, but Ty Morrow is going to take the sack here. Going to force 3rd and goal now, way back near the 15-yard line, but this pass up the middle to Vernon Callahan is good for an 18-yard touchdown. So Daytona State comes back with some big chunk plays through the air on offense. So good job by Morrow, good job by the receivers Picoletti, Callahan, and Claiborne to go up for those footballs and make some spectacular catches. sack there. You guys saw that. Gives Daytona State the football back, and then Ty Morrow is going to get sacked yet again, and this time it's by Ryan B. for Marshall. So 2nd and 18, feeling the pressure yet again is Ty Morrow. He gets it off to Brandon Worthington for a 3-yard loss on that reception. 3rd and 21 now. We're ending the first quarter. We got Morrow feeling some pressure again, and look at Callahan. Looked like he had it. That would have been his 2nd touchdown on the game, but it was in and out of his hands. He had caught that football and then dropped it. So touchdown that would have been was not. So Marshall gets the football back. 15-yard run by Chase Litton. 2nd and 3, and then this pass to Hunt is incomplete. Good job by Claude Silva to break that thing up with the hard hit. 3rd and 3, Highlight Foster goes in motion, and he's got him down the sideline, but his throw is a little bit off, a little bit too late. It's going to be 4th and 1, and rather than kicking the field goal to take the lead, they're going to go for this thing, and this is a sign of disrespect, guys. But look at this. Silva reads the pitch perfectly, ties Highlight Foster up enough so his teammates could get there and help him out. So that is a huge turnover and left points off the board for Marshall. So Ty Morrow looking deep. Look at this throw to Jordan Leak, the freshman, number 5 there, guys. Look at this guy. Look at the burner. He's got some speed, too, with the dive as well. What a great catch. Good throw, too. I'd take that back. If he had made the throw a little bit higher, it probably would have been a catch and run for a touchdown, a big one. Ben Nichols here gets this little curl route for a touchdown. He pounds his way into the end zone. Look at this throw on the replay, and then look at the off tackle, break tackle, boom, touchdown. Ben Nichols, nice job. 14-7 Daytona State, and then look at Chase Litton trying to drive his squad down the field. It's 93 rushing yards already on the game, and it's only the 2nd quarter, guys. So Daytona State not doing very good here on defense, but if they can hold them, look at that run there, busting off tackles. That's Keon Davis. 3rd and goal. Can they hold them, guys? Can they do it? No, they can't. Had some pressure on Chase Litton, but he was able to get that throw off to Justin Hunt for the touchdown. It is a tie football game now. Slant route. We were in a 4-3, and then we had the linebacker covering the wide receiver, so that was not obviously not effective. Antoine Claiborne gets the 17-yard catch, 1:23 left to go. That's 5 catches so far on this football game. 2nd and 10, Morrow dropping back. It looks like a 7-step drop, and might have dropped back a little bit too much as it allowed Gary Thompson to come in off the edge for a sack. It's going to be 3rd and 18. Looking up the middle to Brett Armstrong. Makes that catch. We're trying to just get something rather than go for the big play to try to attempt a field goal. And that's exactly what Garza is going to do here. With time winding down, the kick is up, but it is going to be short by just a little bit. Just a little bit. Take a look at this on the replay here. He had the accuracy, but just not the power. It would have been right down the middle. It was a very, very solid kick, but Garza doesn't miss a whole lot of those for sure. But that was about a 55+ yard field goal, so that was tough. That was tough, but you got to try for it when you know that you've got time winding down and there's no way they can get another possession. Let's go to the 3rd quarter here, and Highlight Foster is going to pound this thing in there for a 5-yard touchdown run. We got 5:45 left to go, so that drive took 1:15 seconds. So Marshall really just drove down the field on that possession here. Ben Nichols, nice catch up the middle for a 30-yard gain, guys. So he is stepping up big time. He has not dropped a single pass so far in this game. Big pass here to Claiborne, and he's got the jump ball for a 36-yard reception, guys. We thought it was going to be a touchdown, but yet again, he's dropped at the 1-yard line. So the momentum engine, guys, there's no momentum in physics. There's nothing there. Come on, EA. Why couldn't you implement that in your freaking games? It was 2013. Surely you should have had that kind of technology. Brandon Worthington gets in there for a touchdown, so it's 21-21. Good stop there by Daytona State's defense. Gets the football back to Ty Morrow and the gang, and then Brandon Worthington with that Screen pass, good for 11 yards. Picks up the first down. This is exactly what we wanted to do. Got to start killing that clock, though. Ray Salas checks in. Worthington needed a little bit of a breather. And Salas, the little speedy, shifty back, is going to get 11 yards here. They already had 3 attempts for 28 yards. So he's definitely having a great game. Mike Piccoletti, 6-yard touchdown reception. So Daytona State takes the lead 28-21. Got 4:29 left to go. That actually was a huge defensive stop, guys, and so is this one here. Good stop there by Daytona State's defense. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left. Offense for Daytona State unable to cash in on anything there. Gonna flip it back over to Marshall's offense here with about 3 minutes left to go. Penalty call, clipping. So after a pretty solid game, they're going to get a clipping call on Marshall. And look at that play by Curtis Newell with the deflection, with the dive to try to break that pass up. That's the wide receiver in him that we love. 2nd and 24. Pass incomplete there by Chase Litton. 3rd and 24. And look at this. We got pressure on Litton, and he's just going to throw off his back foot and get this thing away. So 4th and 24. They have to punt the football away. Morrow dropping back. He's got Claiborne here on the slant route. Little spin move, break tackle, 16-yard catch. He's had a pretty solid game, guys. 8 receptions for 139 yards. So I'll be interested to see who was even close to his final stat line for sure. 2 minutes left to go. Time winding down. Morrow on 1st and 10, looking deep, and he's got Jordan Leak for a touchdown, guys. 53 yards. What a bomb. 4 touchdowns already for Ty Morrow. 399 yards passing with no turnovers, no interceptions. Having a heck of a football game here. It's going to be 35-21. And this thing looks like it's going to be Daytona State's game here. 1:28 left to go. Chase Litton drops back. He's looking for somebody. He's got nothing. And that was 4th down, guys. That is a turnover, so Chad Hudson makes a good play there and get the football back, right? Get the football back off the turnover, kick a field goal. They didn't use all their timeouts and really just put this game out of the reach of the Marshall Thundering Herd. And yeah, Daytona State gets the win, guys. What a win. What a way to do it. Jordan Leak had a pretty solid game here. Morrow had a great game. I'm surprised that if you guys see it here in just a couple seconds, he will be the player of the game. I kind of forgot there for a second. But confetti flying down. Rematch against Marshall. We take it to them yet again. So we are 2-0 on the season against Marshall. That normally doesn't happen a whole lot. But only 10 incompletions, 4 touchdowns for Ty Morrow. He completes his freshman season on a high note. So this is what we'll have to look forward to in his sophomore season. We also get Antoine Claiborne in a junior season. And yeah, guys, so it's gonna be really, really interesting to see how Daytona State carries this momentum against a team that they kind of struggled with early on in the season into next year. So we'll definitely keep tabs on Daytona State for the 2017 season, because these were 2016 rosters. So enough about Daytona State. Let's talk about the other Florida team and their bowl game. We got Fort Lauderdale taking on Kansas State in the Beef O'Brady's Bowl, St. Petersburg. But they don't ever say that St. Petersburg part at the Brad Nessler doesn't say it. But everybody at ESPN does. Everybody at ESPN says that. So the storylines for this game, guys, is how is Dylan Fernandez going to respond to a bowl game? He's never been in a bowl game. He took down Deshaun Watson in week number 1 with a last-second Hail Mary type of throw. That was huge for his confidence in Fort Lauderdale. But they had high expectations going into the season and kind of just fell off. Started losing some games that they should have won. Just really didn't put it all together. So it'll be interesting to see how they do against a pretty solid Kansas State football team. Might be a little bit disappointed in the bowl game. You know, the Beef O'Brady's Bowl. I mean, it's not the greatest or the best bowl game that you could possibly get into, but you always got to take into account that stuff when you're making your picks or you're watching these bowl games in real life, as well as how are these teams going to come into this? Are they going to come into these games on fire? Are they going to, really regret their season? Are they going to just focus too much on next year, or they don't really care about it? Are they motivated? These kinds of things. And as we see Rashad Reiner right there making a sack here on Jesse Ertz, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It looks like they're all pumped up, but not on this play. As Byron Pringle, reception for 27 yards, makes that grab there. Ertz dropping back here on 2nd and 8. And look at this. That ball should have been picked off. But Deontay Burton going to make an 11-yard reception there. So it's going to move the chains for Jesse Ertz and the Wildcats. But look at this. He's going to be sacked again for a 7-yard loss by Shelton Hamby. And now Shelton Hamby, guys, had a pretty solid season for that defensive line for Fort Lauderdale. And Shelton Hamby going to get in there again. Actually, that is Isaiah Bracken. He is probably the star of that defensive line for Fort Lauderdale. 3rd and 22 for Ertz and the Wildcats, and Ertz has got all day long, and he's going to find his guy there. Look, oh man, if it was the NFL, it would have been a touchdown. 42-yard reception. His knee hit the 1-yard line, so it is not a touchdown. Go figure. As always, the computer stops itself and us at the 1-yard line. So little toss sweep there to Justin Silman. Going to be a 0. You guys see that? 0-yard touchdown, which means Pringle was in. Pringle was in for a touchdown for sure. 7-0 Kansas State. They take the early lead. 4:14 left to go in this first quarter, and Dylan Fernandez now making a throw up the middle. Huge gain there. That was his first throw of the game. 37-yard reception by Wendell Pierce. They love to utilize the hurry-up offense here. Fernandez, you guys can see that 1 for 1 already on the game. So this was his first possession. Now he's going to really try to show Kansas State and the pro scouts what he can do. And look at him take off, man. Man, Fernandez has got all the tools. He kind of reminds me of Patrick Mahomes just a little bit. 1 rush for 18 yards. He can run it. He can sling it. He can lead a team. He can lead a charge. Dylan Fernandez, guys, is a gamer. And I know you guys have seen that in his gameplay throughout the season. Look at that throw there. A little touch pass to Wendell Pierce down the sideline for 17 yards. It's going to be 3rd and goal after a couple unsuccessful plays. And then he's got all day. His offensive line is very, very solid. And Leon Roberson is found in the middle of the end zone for a 2-yard touchdown. Fernandez 3 for 4 for 56 yards and a score. So Leon Roberson, guys, he's just seems like he's a touchdown machine. Look at how big he is as a wide receiver. Man, it's tough to cover in the end zone. Jesse Ertz, he just can't get away from the pressure that is Isaiah Bracken yet again. Guys, he came off of a block, and Ertz was already in front of him, and he was able just to snag his feet, snag his toes there to trip him up for the sack. So Isaiah Bracken is just an absolutely, he's just a monster there in defensive end. Nice catch there by Leon Roberson again on the left, and then look at this here, 2nd and 2. Wendell Pierce is found for a 3-yard reception, gets the first down. He's already got 4 for 73. Guys, Fernandez is eating up Kansas State's secondary here so far in this game. 1st and goal, a little switch up at the line. They love to do little audibles here. They love to call their play and then make an audible call here. But the audible's not going to work as Fernandez is sacked for 7-yard loss there. Tanner Wood drops him. Let's go to the beginning of the second quarter. Little pump fake there. And then look in the back into the end zone. In the corner is Ryan Posada. Don't see his name called a whole lot, but I'm not even sure. I'd have to ask my brother on that if he's like a freshman or if he's just a depth guy. Like, where did Ryan Posada come from? I hadn't seen him all year long. They're going to review this call. Did he get in? He's in. He might have even had 2 feet. 2 feet in there. He had 1 for sure, but then he might have had that tiptoe with his right foot in to get 2 feet. So the NFL scouts like that body control for sure. It's going to be 14-7. Fort Lauderdale with 5:57 left to go, and Ertz looking deep, And he's, oh my goodness, he completed that? Oh no, he did not complete that. It looked like he completed that. So Fort Lauderdale is going to get the football back. So unsuccessful drive for Kansas State. Logan Casanova, 8-yard rush. Only 2 rushes so far in the game for 13 yards, and that was 8 of those 13. So not being utilized a whole lot in this game. Catch there on the outside, but Wendell Pierce unable to get the first down. 4th and 2, field goal is up and good. So it's going to be 17-7, guys, with a little less than 4 minutes left to go here. So Ertz fumbles the football. Guys. And yet he's able to pick it back up. And then look at Ertz here finding his man deep. That's Byron Pringle for 40-yard reception. 2nd and 5. A little handoff here. And look at that big run. Good job there by Charles Jones to get the 11-yard rush. It's going to set up 1st and goal now after a couple unsuccessful attempts to get in the end zone. It is 3rd and goal at the 1. And a touchdown to Byron Pringle. 8 of 9 for Jesse Ertz, 131 yards and a score, and it's mostly been to this guy, Byron Pringle. They can't find a way to stop him, guys. He's just been all over the field. I think he's probably over 100 yards receiving at this point. We'll see another play where I know that he gets over that, but he's just having one heck of a game. Fernandez gets the ball back, 57 seconds left at 4th and inches, and the field goal's up. And it's good yet again. Yeah, I see you. 45-plus yard field goal. 20-14. So by no means, guys, is Kansas State out of this football game at all. We got a little bit of a couple seconds here. And then look at that. Interception in double coverage. That is not what you wanted to do if you're Jesse Ertz. You don't need to throw an interception at that point. Edwin Vasquez with the pick. Look at that throw. You can't make that throw. Not with 30 seconds left in the second quarter, nearing the half. Fernandez looking to get his team into field goal range here. Terrence Livingston with a 14-yard reception. I kind of stuttered there a couple seconds ago. What I was trying to say was with 35 seconds left, Ertz was trying to get his team into scoring position to get a field goal, and by no means they were out of this football game. That they're down 6. A touchdown would have gotten it to 1-point lead. But look at Dylan Fernandez, guys. As I'm talking about this, Aquimbo Hubbard gets a 12-yard reception, and with 1 second left, they call the timeout. The kick is up and good. So Fort Lauderdale, with their kicker, with less than a minute to go, guys, has scored them 6 points on 2 45-plus yard field goals. So he's having one heck of a quarter here to put Fort Lauderdale up 23-14. That's big time. That's big time. In a bowl game, that's for sure a place that you want to be. Look at the last 5 drives for Fort Lauderdale. Field goal, field goal, field goal, and touchdown, touchdown. I mean, they can't be stopped right now. They cannot be stopped. 6-18 in the third quarter here, and Dylan Fernandez looking deep, and he's got his man on the left sideline there. That's Terrence Livingston for 42 yards. 98 receiving yards so far in this game for Livingston. And then look at Fernandez. He his third and goal there. 4-yard rush. I mean, 4-yard loss. Man, he should have run that ball right back up the middle. Should have cut right back up there, but instead he elected to go to the outside, maybe perhaps to try to open up a pitch play, but didn't get it off in time. Field goal is up and good. 26-14, and Ertz looking deep, and his ball's batted up in the air into double coverage. And yet again, guys, Byron Pringle, he's at 151 receiving yards, and he's only got 5 grabs. Ertz has 175 yards passing, so you guys can see where all the yards are going to. I mean, Byron Pringle, look at that. I mean, ball was batted up in the air by the defender into double coverage, and then he still makes the catch. So it's just crazy. It's crazy. And he can't be stopped. Garth Nyland gets a tackle here on Jesse Ertz, and then looking in the back of the end zone for a touchdown, it's Corey Sutton. So again, guys, Kansas State's not out of this. It's going to be a 21-26 football game, and this is a gutsy throw. Look at that. In the corner of the end zone, there's not a whole lot of room to spare there, and what a catch. Highly contested ball, and just going up for it, man. That's a great catch by Sutton. Wendell Pierce makes this catch here for 14 yards. It's going to be 1st and goal. He's already up over 100 yards receiving. He's at 105. And then pounding into the end zone is Roosevelt Sapp. It's going to be 33-21. So, guys, Fort Lauderdale looks like they've got this thing on lockdown. They are up 12 points right now. So, Kansas State really needs a touchdown. Dalvin Warmack with that catch. 3:13 left to go, and another catch here by Byron Pringle. 7-yard catch there. So he just keeps adding on to his stat line. 2nd and 3, and then Ertz running with the football like a loaf of bread, man. He's just letting it out there. He's just holding that thing out there ready to get fumbled. 3rd and goal. They have to score a touchdown here, guys. They do not have a choice. And then I thought that was weird that the LB button was showing. It's CPU versus CPU. I have no idea why the LB button was showing there. But it's going to be 4th and goal as they stop Ertz, and then a little screen pass. Why are they calling a screen pass right there? But the effort by the running back, he just could not get into the end zone there. You needed to get into the end zone, and I'm not sure what about that play call, guys. So that was a little odd. So Fort Lauderdale is going to take this bowl game W. The confetti's fallen, and Dylan Fernandez is the player of the game, and he also was a part of the play of the game on that catch by Ryan Posada. So way to cap off a really good season for Fort Lauderdale. We are now, the American Conference is 2-0 in their bowl games. Daytona State wins, Fort Lauderdale wins. Woohoo! Go Florida teams, right? Good stuff. Ertz cannot believe it. He's angry at himself. He did not have the best game, but Fernandez really stepped up, guys. 2 touchdowns for 349. Only had a couple incompletions. He pretty much said, I want to go out on top. One of my final seasons. I'm not sure if he is a senior or a junior, but my brother would have known that. Dang it. Why isn't he here? Dang it. It's his player. Dang it. So we'll keep track of Fort Lauderdale going forward into the off season. So keeping track of you guys and how you did in your bowl picks for this season, for this bowl season, here are the results. So 3 guys are not perfect any longer. We got Alex V, who took Kansas State, and Chris Evans and Prince Vince. You guys, dang it, you took Marshall? You guys comment on these videos all the freaking time, and you took Marshall. I feel terrible. Dang it, you guys. Everyone picked Daytona State. Everyone else picked Daytona State, and you went ahead and did that. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Oh well, I mean, to each his own. I mean, hey, Daytona State did not prove to anybody, I'm pretty sure, that they could stop anybody on offense all season long. So, and with Ty Morrow's interceptions, I'll give you a break. I'll give you a break on that for taking Marshall. But you guys are no longer undefeated. You're going to have some things happen. As far as some upsets, you're going to have to really, you guys are both should be rooting for Virginia Tech, because Georgia A&M looks like they're going to get picked a lot. And obviously you're taking the favorites here with Greenville for next week. A lot of people are taking Greenville, only Sports-Wise and Max. You guys are taking Boston College. And then, like I said, Virginia Tech and Georgia A&M is kind of a split vote. So they don't like Paxton Murphy's interceptions, and Virginia Tech got a pretty solid defense, so it's going to be a tough match for Georgia A&M. And like my brother said in the last video, this is the 3rd time. This will be the 3rd time that Virginia Tech plays one of the American Conference teams, or one of our Teambuilder teams. So they must love us. They must love us for some reason. So we'll show those 2 games, guys. Let's do bowl games, and then on Saturday, and then on next Wednesday, we'll show Carolina Atlantic against Colorado and UT Clarksville against Minnesota, where there's also a little bit of a split there for sure too. So that's it, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing, and if you like where this is going for you in the college football bowl season mania challenge for all team builder in this series. So guys, the prize, I will still not reveal what the prize is. However, it is channel and series related. So let's just do it this way. Every week I'll give you a hint. Leading up until the last week of bowl season. You guys like that? I think we can run it that way. So guys, like I said, if you like this thing, leave a like. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you go to the very beginning of this series, because it really puts into perspective all of what we're doing right now. So go check that out. But if you like it and love it and you want more of it and you're new to the channel, hit the red subscribe button or my logo so you never miss another college football upload. And guys, I will see you on Saturday. And as always, peace.